And I know you're not trying to zing your colleagues, but it's your colleagues in your party, sir, who torpedoed this.
Torpedoes!
You didn't get the facts right on what you just outlined was in that measure. They killed it. Ironically, not Democrats.
Oops, House Republicans did it again. Fortunately, this time they weren't trying to unalive migrants or mothers with unexpected pregnancy complications, but instead they killed yet another bipartisan bill on the border and foreign aid, which is rich coming from the party that makes claims like this.
We value. Republicans, we value the Constitution. We value freedom. We're the live and let live party.
Give me a break. You guys refer to refugees as monsters.
I don't know if you call them people. In some cases, they're not people, in my opinion. These are animals, okay?
Try to control every woman's right to bodily autonomy.
I was proudly the person responsible for the ending of Roe v. Wade.
And if you don't get your way, you say,
now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole... That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country.
Republicans, we value the Constitution.
Right. Republicans value the Constitution the same way Sleepy Don values his golden toilet, by pissing all over it. Why don't you change your slogan to live and let govern? Because your party doesn't seem to have a grasp on how to do that. And now you have your propaganda machine at Fox News and other GOP senators like Lanky Langford here throwing you under the bus for that exact reason.
I'm throwing you under the bus.
I'm just going to pause your viewing for a quick second to ask you to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You hit that like button down below and the bell notification. It really helps the channel and we appreciate it. Back to it.
Right. It was painful to be able to watch it. It got stirred up in all the presidential politics, and several of my colleagues started looking for ways after President Trump said don't fix anything during the presidential election. It's the single biggest issue during the election. Don't resolve this. We'll resolve it next year. Quite a few of my colleagues backed up, looked for a reason to be able to shoot against it.
And there we have it, folks, the thing we've all known for months, said aloud by one of the Republicans' own. At the behest of Donald Trump, his House Republican MAGA minions are stalling the exact same issue they claim to care so passionately about.
Let me tell you, we are losing our country to the illegal invasion that's happening every single day at our southern border, and I am so pissed off about it.
It's BS. It's all a ploy so Donald can have an unsolved issue to campaign on and drum up rage about while he continues to take a little nap in court. And apparently Republican voters are believing the lies of Moscow Marge and 18 is just too old for me Matt Gaetz. But hopefully that may soon change because even Fox News is wising up.
That's on Donald Trump, Senator.
Whoa, careful there. Those facts might hurt your viewers' feelings. It must be pretty mind-bending for Republican voters when even Fox News is touting the same talking points as Democrats.
Sentence about border security. I sat in the White House, not in a classified meeting, where Republican colleagues said that we won't have Ukraine without bipartisan border security. And then you know what? We accomplished bipartisan border security. It wasn't, and it was, oh, you can shake your head all you want, but Democrats and Republicans voted for border security. And you know what? It was Donald Trump who said, don't give Biden a win.
Don't worry, we have more of that incredibly impassioned takedown of Republican stupidity in a second, but first, can someone please explain to me, maybe in the comments, how the hell this crap still works when we all know what the problem is? Republicans can claim they care about the border until they're blue in the face, and honestly, they are.
I'm telling all of you, and we've told the American people, border, border, border. We have to effect real policy change at the border, and that is a necessary condition to anything we do going forward. We have to take care of our border first. That's what the American people demands.
Every state in America is now a border state.
Border, border, border.
Shout out to Don Jr. for that clip.
Donald Trump Jr.'s on cocaine.
But as they say, actions speak louder than words, and we've seen next to no action on anything from House Republicans. They've passed the least legislation in history, and it truly pains me to say this, but maybe they should start listening to Fox News.
I think the Republicans, in the meantime, however, are in danger of losing the advantage they have vis-a-vis Biden on the issue of the border and on the issue of Ukraine funding, Israel funding, funding to defend Taiwan, because they are refusing to act on these measures that would deal with that. Also on the issue of rebuilding America's defenses. They said that they wouldn't pass aid to Ukraine and other places unless there was action on the border. So the Senate produced a bill negotiated by one of its most conservative Republican members on the border, which had some defects in it, as compromise measures always do. And it was nonetheless the strongest border protection bill that I've seen in my time in Washington. And the House simply announced it was not going to take it up, so it failed even in the Senate.
House Republicans are the O.J. Simpson of Congress right now, in that they're getting away with murdering something that they allegedly care deeply about. I guess the glove is too small for Marjorie Taylor Greene's hands, but they fit Donnie's tiny fingers quite nice. And let's be honest, there is no reason at all not to back this bill, other than the kowtowing to a wannabe dictator. Even border agents, and not just any border agents, mind you, the National Border Control Council president is backing this bill.
In a statement to Fox, Brandon Judd, the president of the Border Patrol Union, says the Border Act will codify it into law, authorities that Border Patrol agents never had in the past. This will allow us to remove single adults expeditiously and without a lengthy judicial review. While not perfect, the Border Act of 2024 is a step in the right direction and is far better than the status quo.
Again, when you look at what we currently have to do, this bill allows Border Patrol processing coordinators to do the paperwork. We don't have to do that. We're able to deploy our resources to the field under this bill. We're no longer administrative assistants under this bill. So again, there's a lot of good.
Got it and then killed it. So again, if this fails tomorrow, which it is expected to, Democrats will likely message that Republicans simply just don't want to fix the border.
You can't whine about something for months and then complain when you actually get it. I know MAGA House Republicans have the same prefrontal cortex development as a toddler, but that doesn't give them the right to sit there and act like one, not wanting to be fed when given some Gerber. Open up, Margie, it's time for the choo-choo. I honestly don't know what these people need more, a babysitter or a drill sergeant. And look, you know,
You done messed up, AA Ron!
when both sides are telling you the same thing. And it's so frustrating to see yet another example of minority rule derailing any progress at all. And I can tell you for a fact that no one is more pissed off than Representative Rosa DeLauro.
This moment is now. The United States Senate, you can have all the views you want about the United States Senate, but hold them for this debate. It is now. It is about the United States House of Representatives. We have the opportunity to do what we do here, and that is to govern. And what are we doing in governing? Is to be a world leader. And for months and months, we have been diddling around where people are dying in Ukraine. Don't talk about what weapons we want to give them. We're not giving them what they need now, and it has been months in the coming. And we ought to today, immediately, we should have picked up that Senate bill, brought it to the floor, and voted on it immediately, and we would be out of here today in doing it. Let us not rewrite what is happening. The moment is ours, and if the House of Representatives abdicates its responsibility, yes, the history will write the story. And that it is on us. When we had that moment, we said no. I, for one, will not say no.
Yeah, she's right. These people can parrot Putin's lies as an excuse for why they won't include the border with funding for Ukraine or whomever. But the truth is that they are straight up lying to every American, including their own voters. And while they certainly do hold a lot of the blame since they are in power, though you'd never guess that by what they've done with it, which is nothing, it is cathartic to finally hear even their side start to call out the main culprit.
That's on Donald Trump.
Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like down below, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in those comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think of Rosa DeLauro's moving words. I definitely felt fired up by them. Also, what do you think it will take for these people to actually realize how much their own party is screwing them? Let me know your thoughts to all of those. Share the video with your friends. Hell, share it with Republicans so they can see how absolutely boned they're getting by their representatives. And if you can, we'd greatly appreciate your support either here or on Patreon so we can continue to keep making these videos for you, keep MAGA Republicans as far away from power as possible, and who knows, maybe change some Republican minds before this very important election. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse, and I'll see you guys in the next one.